Hello and welcome to Be Powerful with Liz and Lee. It's a new day and we're so glad you're here.
So you can expect to hear candid conversations on what it means to be powerful. Live authentically, live in the midst of ups and downs, productively, and above all else, joyfully.
We are so thankful for you, our community of listeners, and we hope you enjoy today's show. Okay, y'all, we're back.
Aren't we excited to be back?
Yes.
We are.
No more of that, hey Liz, hey Lee. We're just going to hop right to it because you all really
each other new names.
need to continue to see how Stage Mom treats me before we start recording.
You look great today. Well, considering.
Can you hear her? Oh my God, you're snorting.
I'm sorry. I'm
not. Okay, let's start with the fact.
I don't look that good either, you know? And nobody gives
Either.
a damn, right?
See? Either.
Who cares how we look, right?
Well, you do, or you wouldn't have made me go change.
Well, some people, I don't know, some people might watch you on YouTube. I don't know. Just in case.
Just in
She looks
case.
great, doesn't she?
Hi, Liz.
That tan looks fabulous. Love it. At least it's got the logo, Hilliard Studio Method, right?
Reppin'.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, because you sound horrible.
Well,
we'll just let everybody know that you're coming off in the thick of a flu.
No, because
Yes.
But I don't like to be sickly. I'm not sickly. I'm just
but you had the flu and you have some congestion.
I
so
do have
some. Hear her. That's what's happening.
It's a pretty serious cough I have right now.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
I feel good, but I mean, it's like what, 5 days in, 6 days in. Five. Yeah. It's this whole New York. Every time we go to New York, every time I go to the refinery, which by the way is a great hotel, but every time I come back from that, I'm like wasted with some kind of nonsense.
Yeah, you've been sick the past 2 times, and I took.
And I don't never get sick, and here I've been sick.
Daughter up this past weekend, and she came home sick. So I don't know what's happening.
It's not the refinery. It's
no,
you.
It's not.
The common denominator is you.
I'm feeling great.
You are.
Good luck, y'all.
Yeah. Wear your mask on the plane, please. I'm going to do that from here on out. I think it's the plane. I'm going to give the airline a little trouble on this one. Remember the guys in front of us?
I hate when we talk about this. You will never know where you picked that up.
No, I won't. But
you
I
won't
do
ever
know. I know exactly where I picked it up.
Grocery store before you left. It could have been walking down the street.
All right.
It doesn't matter.
Let me give you a little science behind the method. Okay. It takes 2 to 3 days for a viral infection to set in, right?
Okay.
I was in New York for 48 hours, max, less. And when I got home, I felt a little tired. And then the next day, it set in. Well, that would be literally 3 days from the day we got on the flight.
I know, but you're narrowing it down to the flight or the hotel. And I'm saying still within that time period, you also could have gotten it from anywhere. And from the interview you had, or the lady who gave you coffee, or
right. When is this coming out? This week?
Yeah.
Great, because the reason we're doing this today, besides the fact that I have this lovely voice and you look good, is that I was on TV with Wake Up with Marcy.
You just look like deer in headlights.
I know.
What was I on again?
Yeah.
It's okay. You have
she
the
was
flu.
Great. And
Marcy in New Jersey.
Yes, it was great. But we stayed in New York and we drove to New Jersey and met her and had a really great time. And I think it was really a good interview.
Right. So this interview comes out around the 23rd of February.
No, it comes out the 25th.
I mean, this podcast. And then if you listen to this on time,
yes,
then you'll get to see your syndicated interview.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. And it'll live all over the place, I'm sure. So
absolutely.
No matter when you listen,
that doesn't matter.
Get to hear it again.
Right. And you'll get to see Lee anytime you tune into YouTube. You look great, by the way.
Well, I mean, I've been teaching and training all day. So I don't, again.
I've just been doing my nails or something, right? I've been doing nothing. Right.
Look at that.
No. I think a lot of people are coming off of some things in flu season. And so in the middle of you coming off, getting in, whatever, we know a lot of people that are going through some sort of viral, whatever's going on, going around this planet. When you are not sick, come into the studio and work out. One thing to help you, I'm just giving you some tips here, and you're laughing.
I know.
Okay, you're laughing at my tips.
Go ahead.
I was going to give them some legit tips on how to protect their bodies, create a defense system, so you don't have what
because it works for you. Anytime I ever go like tips or logistics, you're like, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about woo woo stuff that means more to that.
No
But
more
I want to
woo-woo.
hear your tips about how
No,
not to get the flu.
I'm being straight here. I know a thing or two about keeping my body in shape
That
and
is
keeping
true.
it well, which has been a shocker because I don't generally catch this stuff, and I have. This is the second time, not for the
Mhm.
flu, but the second time I've been sick this winter. One reason we get sick, I know, is we let our defenses down through stress, through bad diets, through not exercising, and through really sort of staying in a really bad mental place. And I
Mm.
think all of those things can be eliminated or at least what am I trying to say? Lessened by doing things for yourself. So if you're working too hard with your job or you're not getting enough sleep because you're worried about your kids or whatever's going on in your life, that's going to drop your defenses. I think
Right.
I'm correct on these things. And I also know for a fact that eating a good diet, working out, and getting enough rest, you pretty much can roll. And so I know why I'm sick. I didn't do those things.
Right.
I did not get enough rest. I pushed through. I did the things which stressed my body. I wasn't stressed mentally. I was having a great time. But the stress you put on your body, you're going to pay for it. It's
Right.
like having a hangover from a great night out. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. Your body has to balance out. So
true.
those
It's
are my
about
tips.
that immunity
Mm-hmm.
and doing all the things it takes to keep it high,
Mm-hmm.
anti-inflammatory things such as what we eat and not
Mm-hmm.
having too much alcohol and the sleep
Right.
and the working out.
But honestly, the stress that we put on our body, even if it's emotional stress
Mhm.
or mental stress, creates an increase in cortisone. Not cortisone, cortisol, which increases all kinds of things like retaining body fat, but also decreasing your defense system against disease. So I'm just preaching to the choir because I needed to hear my own advice. We just so we know. Just so I'm not going, oh, woe is me. We get sick a lot of times because we put ourselves in that path.
Right.
And I did that.
I mean, was there anything else like when we first started our relationship and everybody was talking about it, you got a lot of different sicknesses, including pneumonia. And like you said, you're not often sick.
Mm-mm.
So do you think there is something subliminally that we need to like hash out or therapize
I think
to help you stay well? You know, like
there's the call.
there it is.
Hello, folks. There's the call.
Like the manifestation of what do you think this is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I think if you think that your mind body is not completely connected, then it will remind you every single time that you're not only connected, but your body's in charge. And I want us, because I really do know that. I was very sick that one time because I was very distressed, very saddened, very hurt, all the parts of my soul were hurting. And so therefore my body got sick. That is no shock to me at all. And so I'm not, let's not go too deep because we don't know the cause of all disease. We don't know why people, have all these different problems they have in their lives. But pretty much you can listen to your body and know when you're going down. I mean, I know when I'm going down. As a matter of fact, I watch myself when I get upset about something. I try to do some sort of calming exercise or literal exercise, as in moving my body, which is why I move my body every single day with our workout. And that's kept me very, very healthy. That and a good diet and having great relationships like yours, like our relationship.
Yeah. But that's what I'm asking. Do you think anything's wrong
with our relationship? You think you're the reason I'm sick?
No, I know.
I already said that. You are the reason
I'm not
sick.
at all.
You gave this to me.
No, I'm saying let's peel the onion back. Is there any stress you want to talk about?
It's already
help
out.
You feel better?
You can hear me cough into this mic in just a minute.
But what caused it?
Well, the stress of just having a great time. I mean, it's not got to be some mental stress like I'm depressed.
I'm just making sure.
Stress is stress, whether it's, by the way, Lee and I have so much fun when we go. This was a business trip. We made as much of that. What was it? 148 hours. It was like 36 hours that we could. Like we got the most out of the days. We rolled into Fashion Week in New York, and we forgot it was Fashion Week because we were rushing up there to Wake Up with Marcy, but we got there early enough. And I forgot what we did during the day, but we went out that night, met with my publicist that night and had drinks and came back. Was that the night we ran into the fashion show people?
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God. We ran into all these brand new designers that were doing a show at the refinery. And so we just stayed up and drank wine and partied and bought clothes. And that's stress on your body. And then you've got to be on the next day.
Right.
Which I was like, I'm getting up at 7, even though I didn't have to be there till 10:30. But I wanted to be prepared. I wanted to, you do what you have to do. So you're stressing your body. That doesn't mean I had a great time.
Exactly. So 2 different stresses, right?
Sure.
Just
stress is stress.
Too much.
Your body doesn't know when you're stressed because you're upset or when you're stressed because you're having a great time. Mm-hmm. It just knows that, hey, baby, you need to slow this train down because we need some rest and some nutrition. And by the way, you've already had a glass of wine. Let's not have that other one. Well, and I didn't listen. And here I am.
There it is.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we got that wellness check out of the way. And we know you're on your way to wellness, and I'm going to hang in there.
Yeah, you better. You will.
I'm going to hang in there. And we have some really good wellness related things going on. Y'all have heard about us opening a new studio in Winston-Salem forever. So that's coming next month. So we're ready for that, which obviously probably adds another layer of good stress. We've got
really good stuff.
Really good stuff. But we have a few things at the studio when this comes out Thursday. On Saturday. I hope you listen to this and don't miss. You're teaching a free class for anybody who hasn't been to the studio
yet. I promise I will not bring this cough in there. I will make sure if I do still have a cough, I'll wear a mask or I'll get Lee to teach it, right? We're excited. What I found is a lot of people that have never been to Hilliard Studio Method, they haven't come for many reasons, but most of them, it turns out just are afraid to come because they've heard it's hard, because they've heard it's too challenging. Only girls that can afford these fancy clothes go there. And some of these clothes are nice, but by the way, that's not the case at all.
Do you not know me yet?
Yeah, I know.
Listeners.
Again, go on YouTube. I'm just going to, that makes me laugh. So we want you to come in if you've never been there and take and I'm going to teach a class, and it's going to be a basic method class where we go through all our workout. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel how good it feels to do our workout. And you're also going to see what happens to your body just in that first 50 minutes of Hilliard Studio Method. And it's going to be fun.
I know. It'll be great. And I want to remind people our youngest age to start taking classes 14. We do that for a couple different reasons as far as weightlifting and puberty and all that. But if, there's a lot of teenagers who could benefit from this type of workout. And
absolutely.
If we're kind of maybe between seasons of sports, that's a good thing to do. Good thing to do mother-daughter or father-son or
your son.
Father-daughter. My son comes a lot.
He loves to come.
He loves it.
He's an athlete and he comes in. He can't quite touch his toes, but he's getting there.
Yeah. So it just, it's open to everyone. It's not meant to be a youth class. Any age, any stage, always, always welcome. But just a reminder that, we are really there to teach everybody no matter what, no matter who they are. We all know how important it is to fuel yourself just right every morning. Liz, what's your jet fuel?
It's the HSM smoothie, of course.
Obviously.
But also, I've got a new little thing.
You've got a new friend? From Sakara Life, the Metabolism Super Powder is your go-to. It fires up your metabolism, curbs sugar cravings, helps ease bloat, and is it delicious?
Oh, it's so good, especially in your coffee. It's got a great taste.
Dump it in the coffee, blend it up and go.
Dump it in the coffee, blend it, and be excited because you're going to love
it. Y'all go to sakaralife.com. When you check out, you'll receive 20% off your order, which is a great deal by using the code XOLizHSM. That's XOLIZHSM for 20% off your order at sakaralife.com.
I'm going to do a health tip probably on the gram this week at some point.
You are so cool.
I'm now on the gram, baby. I'm doing the gram this week.
No, you did not. You just dropped it.
I did drop it.
Do a health tip on the gram.
Baby. I did it.
Oh my God.
Because we don't have them on our website anymore. Website is full of other things.
Useful.
So we pulled the health tips back, but I pulled some up, and one of them is about aging.
Okay.
And is about the importance of weightlifting and the importance of resistance training. And so I'm going to throw that out there again this week. And you're going to learn that if you come in Saturday and you're going to learn it while you're doing it. It's going to feel good, y'all. We're not going to make you. It's not going to be horrible. It's going to be fun.
It's never horrible. It's always fun.
Yeah, it really is. If nothing else, the music's amazing, And we just, it's a good crowd. We always have a good time.
So that's one. Two, a new event we're doing is it March 4th?
Yes,
The
I
Sound Bowl.
cannot wait.
So you, with our friend Micheline, have been introduced to
Yes.
a woman who is trained in like a meditative sound bowl experience, and we're gonna do a little program.
Right. Her name is Carly. She will be joining us on March the 4th. This will be at 12 noon at the studio, and this will be a different class. This is we're doing it with Hilliard Studio Method, so it will not be one of our method classes.
No.
This is going to be a sound healing class. And boy, could I use that today, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be something we've never done. This is going to be a very meditative, renewing 75-minute class where you'll be on your mats most of the time. We'll start it out with a little bit of Hilliard Studio Method movement, sans weights, no weights, just a really good flow movement to get the body sort of in tune with itself, which again is important to the mind-body connection. And then we'll take you right down to your mat, hand it to Carly, and she is an alchemist when it comes to these sound bowls and these sounds she's going to make. And I simply cannot wait.
Cool.
Go online at Hilliard Studio Method if you haven't already and sign up, because we're limiting it to 30 people, I believe, because we want to make sure there's just the right amount of people to not be crowded, to feel like you're getting the benefit of this thing. And it will be a special, spectacular event. I can't wait for you to come. I can't wait to be there.
Fine. I'll be there. And then finally, not finally, because it never ends, but another event that you're going to do with our trainer, Sarah Stevenson, who is a health coach, nutritionist.
Yes.
Y'all are doing a panel after class at the end of March. So look for that on the calendar as well. I believe it's March 25th.
Speaking of, on the 23rd, there's two different things I'm doing for Women's International Month. One is at Neiman Marcus, and I'll have to come back with you on the show notes. That will be in the show notes. But that's going to be a great panel at Neiman Marcus, and this will be celebrating Women's International Month. What is it called? Women's History. I'm honestly not sure what this is.
I mean, I got a lot on
the
my
name
head.
of the month
I'm going to get it wrong, so I'm going to hold back.
But it is going to be a panel of women empowerment. Vi Lyles will be there. Our mayor. Several people that you will recognize. Ahavia Phillips will be doing the commentating. It's going to be quite incredible. And then there's yet another one sometime in March in the mall, and we'll get back with you on another day on that. It seems like we have a lot going on.
Mall rats who want to come listen to Liz.
That's right. Mall
and
rats.
Some other strong ladies.
Yeah.
Did you just say that's what my daughter was?
She was. I was too.
I was too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody who has a mall in their town is for a little bit at some stage.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of cut the tail off your nutrition speech.
Right. I'm sorry.
You got excited about all the talking you're going to do.
I started thinking about all those things that are coming up. So yeah, we're back to Sarah and Stevenson.
At the studio.
And the date is?
March 25th.
March 25th. We're going to talk about the importance of, weight loss. Who doesn't want to hear about that, right? But we're going to talk about the importance of weight loss nutritionally and brilliantly, so that you don't, get stuck in fad diets and get stuck on trends, and just really learn or relearn. Many of us have to be reminded to the things that you need to do for your body. Mm-hmm. And nutrition is one of the most important ways to keep a healthy body, as probably, if not the most important way. And it is medicine. And we're going to talk about that. And I think that's when you realize that whatever you put into your body is either going to make you healthy or it's going to make you unhealthy, then you might start paying a little bit closer attention to what you put in your body. And that is not to say that you don't get to enjoy life and enjoy good foods, but you'll start to balance a little bit better. So we're going to do that. That's going to be fun.
I mean, and you used to say that a lot more, that food is either poison or medicine. And I mean, I think that's what nutritionists are trying to stay away from a little bit, like that good food, bad food mentality, that restrictive mentality. But I do think the benefit is far more in some certain foods than other,
Except
as far
for
as
one thing.
fueling you and giving you nutrition that helps your body.
Well, that's very true, except for one thing.
Oh, I know what you're going to say, but this is getting talked about a lot too.
What,
Go ahead.
sugar?
Mhm.
Well, good luck if you're eating a lot of sugar because you're not going to age well. That's all I'll say. And you might end up in the hospital. That's it. And now I'll cough and you'll go, oh, really? How's it going for you, Liz?
How's that going?
Don't make me laugh.
Oh my God, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that is just like a rundown of events and stuff. Let's talk about something
I feel like a
exciting
news
and
service,
fun.
right?
I know.
I know.
Here's Liz and all the times you hear her talk.
Stop
this
it.
month.
Yeah, I know. Really. A little bit over the top there.
No, it's not over the top. I think it's all very important. And that's why we're here, to connect with our community and continue to, give and provide services that are helpful to people. And I think finding things more than just the workout, sound healing, nutrition,
Right.
stress management is all a big part of the coin, the whole picture, the whole wheel. And the workout is one spoke, and there are many others. So I think that's important.
Well said. And that's why we are doing it at the studio. The nutrition, the workout, the sound healing, the whole thing. And you are not going to catch the flu like I did, because you're going to pay attention to what your body, the stress you're putting on your body. So I think we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I'm out of thoughts. I'm just afraid I'm going to cough into
That's
this
why
microphone.
we're giving you details of logistics that we do know, because that's what all our brains can handle.
Well, no.
Well, I've got something random that I keep thinking about when I talk about the sexualization of relationships between, for us, what I experience, the way people view two women, and how
Wow.
and how I'm getting vibes of people talking about it or inferring sexualization towards it versus just two people.
I think what you're trying to say is people are calling same gender relationships thinking about sex instead of thinking about gender.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Is that what are you
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. That's
are
what
you
I'm saying.
Are you feeling defensive? Do you feel like that's happening to you?
A little bit.
Really? I think you've had an experience with that, right?
Yeah, and I won't go into those, but
Right.
I get it.
Can I say one thing here?
Yeah.
So tell me exactly what you're trying to get at with you mean sexualization instead of gender. What do you mean?
Right. I mean, well, you said something right before this
Yes.
that made sense. You don't go to a heterosexual couple and mention anything about what they do in the bedroom.
Right.
Not unless it's your friends. I know groups of
Right.
women might get together and talk about husbands or partners or whatever. And that's different, and sharing experiences and learning and, knowing we're all normal or learning something new. And none of us are normal at all. But I do think there's a tendency when a couple is in the same sex to turn that into whatever you do in the bedroom. I mean, somebody said that to me, and that's when I was
Recently.
kind of saying, I have a problem with homosexuality, but what you do in the bedroom is fine with me. I'm like, whoa, that didn't even need to be said. I would never say that to somebody else, because it's so wildly
So let me rephrase
inappropriate.
it. So if you went up to a heterosexual couple and you said, I don't have a problem with your relationship, you can do whatever you want to in the bedroom, that
Right.
would feel very inappropriate.
Right.
And what you're saying is someone said that to you about your relationship with me, and that felt very inappropriate,
Yes.
as it should be.
Right.
And
And so it's looking
so
at
what's your
relationships.
advice for people?
Well, I don't know if I have advice. I'm just calling it out to discuss it, that, looking through a lens that way that sexualizes two people who love each other first before anything else is, I understand people's discomfort with they were either taught or trained or in religion or through parents or whatever, that same sex, no matter what, in what capacity, is not normal.
I think we should call it same gender, and it might help
Thank
with
you.
that.
Same gender is, air quotes, not normal. And so if you're in a heterosexual relationship, different genders that believe in not only and that procreation is the only way to do that through a man and a woman, that becomes your heteronormative, your normative stance and view and opinion on the way relationships and sex should work. So I get that for some people it's difficult to go, well, that's not normal, A, 2 women, 2 men, any sort of other combo doesn't feel normal. And so therefore the thought goes, well, then in the bedroom, that can't be normal either because that's not the normative scope. And so I just have seen that in that terminology. And then I throw it back and go, I would never say that to a heterosexual couple, as you said. So it's just a curiosity and an interesting point. Please.
Point being.
Help.
It's just
help me understand.
It's just simply time. It's just time for everybody to understand that it's not about sex. Relationships are not about sex. They better have great sex.
They better be.
Or you need to make sure you're in a different relationships because I think sex is humongously important in life. But the person you choose to be with in your life is your partner in life that you choose to either be married to or go through life together. Then it is not about being a man and a man or a woman and a woman or a man and a woman or however many ways you want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It is simply just people learning that habit. It took us all a minute to get here.
Right.
It's going to take a minute, and I think we're learning really quickly. I consider myself very fortunate to be in this position where it's reminded to me the ways I used to say things and think things that were incorrect. And because it's not about sex. When I look at 2 men, I don't wonder how their sex life is. Or I look at a man and a woman, I don't go,
that's not the first thing.
Wonder how their sex is going, or whatever. Or maybe you get down there on that list, but it's not. I think what we need to remember is people love one another and that it's not about, in the way they're having sex.
Right.
However, I do think that sex is one of the most important elements to a relationship. And when you lose that sexual connection, then you lose a lot of intimacy and connection to humanity.
Right.
I believe really and truly that sexual relationships carry out not sexually that way, but as in relatable and as in an opening, as in a spiritual way to the rest of your community.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a New York Times article yesterday in the Times, which was talking about how nobody's having sex. I don't care who you are, hetero, homo, whatever you're doing. Nobody's having sex. And some people literally went like a whole year without sex last year. I'm like, how do you do that? And what they're saying, the social people are saying about that,
social people.
I'm on medication, y'all. I'm doing the best I can with
You're doing
words.
a really good job.
What they're saying is this is one of the real
cornerstones, problems.
The malaise that is happening in this nation. And this is one of the symptoms of it. Right.
Right.
Or maybe it's one of the causes of it. Right? I mean, you never know which is going on. So anyway, back to your point.
I think that's
you would really like for people to quit sexualizing this, right?
Well, no. And so
I'm okay with it. I'll go for it.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Yeah. And I was going to say that. I mean, I listen to you most of the time to be like, oh my God, are you alluding to that? I'm so embarrassed, Pollyanna over here. Don't allude to sex. And then at the same time, I'm asking people not to think about sex in regard. So it's not like that. And
You've
it's not like,
that.
Okay, good.
Yes.
And it's not like I've been in a same gender relationship all my life and so can be the token pedestal person to explain how everybody should and shouldn't behave. However, now that I am in this situation, I realized something somebody said that felt very ignorant and inappropriate. And I just wanted to shine a light and kind of discuss that because I find it very interesting.
Did you, and this is important, this is the question, did you, in a kind way, take the question back to them in a way that I would never ask about your sexualization with your person? And so therefore, I hope you wouldn't do that with me again?
Pretty much.
Good.
I mean, I think if I would do it.
Call people
again.
out, but call them out in kindness.
Right. Have a discussion instead of a call out. Like, oh, wow, that's interesting that you said that because Think about what if I said that to you.
I have a rule.
No, you
Here's
do.
my rule. I have a rule.
Girl's got a rule.
You get a choice, you get a chance, and then you get a choice. Your chance is, you're either going to treat me with kindness as I'm going to treat you with kindness.
Right.
And if you continue not to treat me with kindness, you're done. Bless and release. Bless you, and you're done with me. I'm all set.
Listen up. We're back with the deal. I'm cutting right to the chase. You're getting $10 off your next spray tan at No Shade Spray Tan. Check out, enter code No Shade, NOSHADE at checkout, and you're going to get $10 off. It is already so affordable. Are you kidding? Holly comes to your house, pops up a tent, customizes a color for you that will be beautiful on you. Trust me. Liz and I don't use the same color. She's obviously already much tanner than I am. And you just come out feeling great and fresh and glowy and healthy. And it's just a really great thing to do, especially this time of year when you might be feeling a little dull and pasty. Got a new outfit, got a new event. You get lucky enough to take a trip to where you're going to wear that new suit, pair of shorts, and you just want to feel a little better. Nothing wrong with that. So I hope you'll take us up on it. Enjoy your $10 off at No Shade Spray Tan with code No Shade at checkout.
Back to your thing, I think it's just a matter of patience, practice, and kindness. Mm-hmm. We just have to be patient with people to get where they are. Kindness. I had to be patient with myself to get here. I can't expect everyone to all of a sudden take a flip and go, I get it now. Not everybody gets everything. We're still expanding. We're still learning things about human nature and life and how beautiful relationships can be no matter who you are. The takeaway is all of us are fluid in many ways. Mm-hmm. Some of us act on it. Some of us don't. Don't worry about it so much. If you don't want to do that, don't do it. But if you don't want to do it, don't criticize others for doing it.
Right.
Be kind. Be accepting of yourself and of other people. But and we're all getting there. And that's why it's easier for me sometimes to say bless and release, because I have people that come at me pretty strong with that too.
Right.
And that's okay. I get to, you get the choice and you get the chance. You get that chance and then I get the choice, right? You have a chance to be kind back. And if there's a need for another human being to go into conflict about who I am as a person, then bless and release them. I mean,
right.
And I don't care who that is. And I mean, I don't care who that is. So it's not easy. If it was easy, anybody could do it. Life is not about easy.
No.
Life is just like we do with everything we do. When you push yourself to your edge, you find that really achievement and that strength and that beauty on the other side of that edge that you didn't think you could quite go to. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do, don't you think?
I hope so.
We don't live on the edge anymore. We live in heaven sometimes. But I mean,
way off the edge. Yeah. Jumped way off. It's much more fun to fly.
Yeah. But I think your frustration is real. And I think other people hear that. And I think that other people have that same thing, whether it's about sexuality or whatever.
Right. Kind of the
promise I'm not coming back with this cough.
I feel like I've gotten a cold just
being
sitting
in this room,
here with
this
you.
closed
like,
up room.
Oh my God.
The doors are closed.
Like sweating and
that's kind of what made you put that shirt on.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else you want to add? Or I think we've covered it all today. That was a broad spectrum.
Well, we just kind of wanted to kind of touch in and touch base, dip our toes into a few things and reset. Now I'm going to come back really strong and on next time with without this cold that I'm probably going to give you. If we don't be careful.
It's all good.
If you don't take care of yourself, keep your defenses up, eat well, do your exercise, de-stress.
We know.
All those things you get to do. So
thank you for being here, even though you don't feel good. You look good. And no, you do.
Thank you.
We'll see each other soon. See, I'm practicing kindness.
Yes. Good. Well, you're doing a great job of it.
Thanks,
all right.
babe. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Thanks for listening to us today, wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, you can now find our podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. If you liked it, please share, rate, and review. We love 5 stars. And we hope you'll work out with us online or in studio at HilliardStudioMethod.com.